Drivers in Birmingham face having to pay to come into the city as part of radical plans to try to tackle air pollution.
Yes, it's one of the most polluted cities in the country with hundreds of deaths every year. The council today agreed to put the plans to public consultation. Charlotte Cross reports.
Driving into Birmingham city centre, not the smoothest of journeys. It's this kind of stop-start congestion which experts say is causing the city's pollution levels to skyrocket. And if plans by the council go ahead, many of these drivers could soon have to pay a daily charge to try to tackle the problem.
These very bold and brave plans that we put forward will hopefully create a city where we've got healthier children, and their children and future generations will come to understand that the decision that we will make, hopefully after the consultation, will be a decision that will live with us for generations to come.
If given approval, the charge would apply to all roads inside the A450 ring road. Suggested prices range from between £6 and £12.50 a day for older private cars and taxis, with different guidelines for petrol and diesel. That goes up to between £50 and £100 a day for HGVs, buses and coaches registered before 2016. Courier firm boss Aubrey Foco knows the journey only too well. He says a charge of even just £10 a day could leave him struggling.
And I've got 6 vans each day going into Birmingham. That is £10 per van, 6 vans, £60, 300 a week and £15,000 a year. So that's a lot of money.
He says he's already having to make contingency plans for if the charging zone goes ahead.
I am worried because if at the end of the day, if I cannot take you on as a business and I'll have to pass that charge to my consumer and the consumer is not prepared to pay that charge, what are they going to do? They are going to be walking away.
Currently, pollution accounts for 900 premature deaths a year in the city, almost 2,500 in the wider West Midlands.
Air quality is an issue that is affecting people here across the West Midlands and across the whole of the country, and we need to do far more, far quicker than we are at the moment. Businesses and car drivers need to understand that at the moment they are not paying the full costs for the pollution and the congestion that they are inflicting upon the residents of the West Midlands conurbation.
Even with the charges, Birmingham City Council knows it's still got a long way to go. Even further to convince everyone it's a good idea.
I don't think that would stop people not to drive. They probably pay more and they still will drive.
Taxi drivers, and this job is more or less is finished.
I think it's going to be hard for the taxi driver to pay that sort of money because the driver's already struggling.
Ultimately, it is for the environment, so I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because it might encourage people to use public transport more.
The plan comes as the UK faces heavy sanctions from the EU for failing to tackle air pollution. Birmingham is one of 5 cities nationally ordered to make drastic changes, and soon. This action plan, discussed at a meeting today, will now go out to public consultation. It then has to be submitted to the government for approval by September. Charlotte Cross, ITV News, Birmingham.
Arguments for and against continue. Now, imagine